Don't worry guys, this isn't a way for fighters yet. I mean, it is, but I'm trusting you to have short-term memory loss on this one. So, DeviantArt. A wonderful place that used to be filled with wholesome communities, honest feedback, and a whole lot of freaky stuff. Now it's filled with grifters, kids that probably should get off the iPad, and still, just as much freaky stuff as it was 14 years ago. Now, regardless of what I think about commission rates, or how sad it is to see nearly everything besides short-term profit is cool and hip with the investors, it sure lives up to the name, right? So, I thought to myself, why not start an operation, as a joke and a shitpost within itself? I take my lurker account that I used to go around image searching with, and start being a responsible channel in a site notorious for being generally wild and crazy. A colonization attempt, if you will. This is still known as the East Tomo Company, and my god, just like with the less shitposty equivalent, to say it popped off would be the understatement of the century. Surprisingly learned a lot about life, and surprisingly, the more unfortunate parts of autism. A profound experience, if you will. It's also come to my attention that people don't like to read. Before we go on to the pleasant call to action, I'd like to just randomly discuss the ethics of just how I operate this specific account, and generally everything tied with it. Yes, this is just fluff, but you might be surprised just how seriously I take things. First of all, the cornerstone of the whole East Tomo Company operation is that, well, everything I make is free. The Way for Fighters e-cards are free, the stories are free, everything is free. Part of the reason is, because I consider Way for Fighters EFM work, charging for any amount of it, AI or not, is morally reprehensible. Marizo, despite my usage of the tool to make fast food art, I generally hold the firm stance that anything AI image generated should not hold any monetary value, or be sold. Not only, because, given you have the means to operate Stable Diffusion or other image generators, and have the power for it, you could probably make it yourself. But also, because the mere act of charging for it, or paying for a web service to do it, is feeding an industry that profits off intellectual theft. You might believe that, because it's on the internet, it's pretty much fair game to use for whatever, and while that is true, it certainly isn't for watching an image beat boot out of art that other people made just for fun, and watching that be sold. Because of that, I just don't pay any amount of money, meaning everything I generate is either in-house, or using free tokens. Second, if the image I use is a screen cap, or otherwise posted by another individual, credit is essential. While sometimes, it can be difficult to track down the exact origins of old stuff made or downloaded 2 years ago, if I'm making something and use a PNG image, or in more recent cases, specific assets, I always make sure to credit them, or ask other people where the image came from. It is paramount that my community remains responsible through looking at my actions, and taking that route, instead of being negatively influenced by others. And, yes, they could just reverse image search, if they really wanted to know so badly, but ease of access is like my middle name. The final cornerstone being, well, having a safe, fun, and talkative community is a very good thing. While fetishes absolutely stay off my channel, or NSFW in general, or any other extremely horrendous examples, if people are being nice, being constructive, and generally being helpful, that's one of the best things anything I run can have. Which brings me to the final bit. I presume I'm lazy again and I don't edit the video, outside of the intro, and the captions, at all. If you happen to agree with all that which I listed as my cornerstones, whether you be an AI prompter, a real amazing artist, an aspiring writer, or one of the many chill play sleeper agents I placed across this compound, you can give me a watch, and join the Anime AI Episodic Story group. Now, despite the name, we've had some renovations, so that anyone of any artistic skills is welcome, and that it's a hub for my beloved card game, Way for Fighters E. There, you can find a bunch of resources, templates, tutorials, a guide, even chapters of Winds of Change. Together, even though I think we can all agree that the heyday of DeviantArt is gone, we might as well craft something that proves that we can do something other than be bitter at people for corporate decisions and get-rich-quick schemes. That we can have one of the best, the friendliest, and overall something to be proud of. Hope to see you there.